The wall of ice shall shatter and open the way to the heavens when Kutone, the guardian's sword, glows silver. Hey everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Okami. Last time, we finished up all of our side questing in Nippon, got all the stray beads, and today, we're going to board the Ark of Yamato that has risen out of Lauchi Lake when Oki put Kutone back into its pedestal. This rainbow bridge leads up to it. Oh, wait, Ami! You know what'll happen if you cross this rainbow bridge aboard the Ark of Yamato, don't you? I mean, that boat is bad news. The people of Kamui all know that. It's the most hated and feared thing in all the land. Even legends have nothing good to say about it or Lauchi Lake. And you know there's no turning back once you board that thing. Huh? Like you want to say something. Resolve? You mean you've got the resolve to pass the point of no return. Do you have the resolve? Of course. I see. Well, I guess this is it then. Ami. Don't you go dying like you did 100 years ago. As you said, this is a point of no return. Once you enter the Ark of Yamato, you cannot come out. So, if you have any side quests or anything at all you want to do left in Nippon or in Kamui, do it now. You will not have the time to do it after this. Once you board the Ark of Yamato, you have to go to the end game. Oh, wait a sec, Ami. Well, we've been through a lot together. How long has it been since we first met? It all started in the Valley of Sakuya's chest. Then we laid the smackdown on Orochi, then that fox wench. We even went inside an emperor's body, and traveled to the bottom of the sea. Then, before I knew it, I found myself back in my own land. And now it all ends with the appearance of the legendary Ark of Yamato. But for you, it's just the start of an even greater adventure. Sorry, Ami. I'm afraid this is where we say goodbye. As I told you from the beginning, I joined you so that I could steal those 13 brush techniques of yours. We found them all during our travels. And now each and every one of them has been etched into my mind. It's not like I've mastered them yet, but I plan on having loads of fun with my newfound skills. It's a bit sad to see you go, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Take care of yourself, pal. No, Ami, no! Look, you're a god, I'm a sprite. We live in completely different worlds. The road ahead may be a tough one, but it's one you're gonna have to walk alone. I know. It's just, I got things I need to do, you know? Now, let's wrap this up. I can't stand long goodbyes. Farewell, my furry friend. Hold it right there, furball! How many times do I have to tell you? We gotta go our separate ways. Now leave me alone, you thick-headed lump of fur. He's right, Machete. Your way lies with this Ark. You again. At last. At last, the path to the heavens is opened up. Oh, fantastique. How long have I yearned for this moment? 200 years? No, it must have been much longer. Bah, what are you babbling on about now, you big fruitcake? Path to the heavens? On that creepy old hunk of junk? What a fitting exit for a half-baked prophet like you. I have no idea what you're up to, and frankly, I don't care. I'm not a part of this anymore, so I'm gonna split. Have fun, you two. Afraid of the legendary Ark, are we? What did you say? Well, if you must go, then go. Besides, only those worthy of the trip to the heavens may board the fabled Ark of Yamato. You never had a ticket, and you never will. Why, you witless two-bit half-baked prophet! You're just trying to trick me into getting on that stupid boat. I'm not gonna fall for something like that. I'm no fool. So there. Wait a sec. I know. Maybe I should just hop on board your little boat. Yeah, and then I should tear the place apart as a little parting gift to you. Don't blame me. I already told you. Only those worthy of the trip to the heavens may board. But you didn't need me to tell you that, my little bouncing friend. You know very well why you can't board this ark. Do I not speak the truth, little celestial envoy? Well, it's about time. My little friend, I have another prophecy for you. Listen up, because this one will no doubt come in handy for you. I thought I'd give you the long version since it was my last. Pretty good, don't you think? Those unwilling to fulfill their own destiny cannot board the ferry to the celestial plane. Life is all about resolve. Outcome is secondary. It is resolve that determines the value of your life. You have no doubt met many such resolute people in your journeys. Well, my little bouncing friend, I must bid you adieu. Shall we, ma chérie? We have a date with Destiny, and we mustn't keep her waiting. Welcome aboard the Ark of Yamato. We can see symbols of all the bosses that we fought, well, most of them at least, but who's this here? My goodness, I can hardly believe it. My eyes have been enveloped in darkness this whole time, but I know when I see a divine being before me. Okami Amaterasu, you've returned home. I, Marco, would like to welcome you on behalf of all the Celestials. Oh, I made a mistake. I said that you'd returned home, but of course I was wrong. This is the inside of the dreaded Ark which fell from the heavens. It's nothing like our wonderful home, the celestial plane. Alas, only my spirit remains in this world. It's been imprisoned here for many years. Perhaps it was my destiny. Okami Amaterasu. I'd be so grateful if you could bestow upon us a small gift, not only for me, but for the others who succumb to death. In exchange, I will give you what I can. I'm sure that would lift everyone's spirits. Basically, he is your shop on the Ark of Yamato. If you hadn't bought the Tundra Beads by now, you can. But also, you can buy your last 2 pieces of gold dust and any other equipment you might need. You can also sell whatever you want. However, he's also a store for Demon Fangs. The only thing he wouldn't sell, if I remember correctly, is the Thief's Glove. That is because you don't need it anymore. Isud is no longer by your side. There's no need for the Thief's Glove. Of course, we already bought it, but... How about we go and use those last 2 pieces of gold dust? Let's power up the Tundra Beads. And of course, let's power up the first weapon we ever got from Saki herself, Divine Retribution. And with that, we've basically completed Okami. We have all the stray beads, we've upgraded all of our abilities, every weapon is upgraded with gold dust. However, the Ark of Yamato is home to a boss rush. It just wouldn't be a Capcom game if it didn't end like that, would it? So here we'll fight 5 of the bosses that we fought throughout the entire game. There is something interesting about that that I will of course be mentioning during the whole boss rush speed up commentary thing, and that's to mention it's going to be sped up. And I apologize that so many of these episodes and things have been sped up, at least somewhat, in these past few episodes. It's just that we've done a lot of things that either take a long time or that we've already seen, and I don't want to show that at full speed because it'd just be tedious. Now, before and after every other boss fight here, there is some story exposition, and I'm opting to show that all after the bosses, because I'd rather have one long stretch of bosses and one long stretch of story exposition than a boss story, you know what I mean. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so boss rush. First thing to mention, there will be a bonus episode of Okami. I brought it up a little bit before, but I didn't go into detail about exactly what it'll be. There is New Game Plus. I'll be talking about that and all the things you get from that, both through just beating the game and going into New Game Plus. And there's certain requirements you have to meet, like get this much yen, kill this many enemies, get this many demon fangs. That will get you certain other things, as well as what is our reward for getting all the stray beads, or what will that be. So there's that. Another thing to mention about this boss rush, though, real quick, is that there is concept art of the inside of the Ark of Yamato that shows an image, I suppose, of Lechku and Nechku, meaning, obviously, you would have fought them. I believe in place of Orochi, fitting because Orochi is a much longer fight, and I would have preferred Lechku and Nechku, to be honest, because it's a much more interesting fight than Orochi, and a lot quicker, to be fair. My guess as to why it was removed, well, one reason, you just fought them. You literally just fought them in the last dungeon. And you needed Oki in that fight. So I guess they just thought, okay, well, we can't really have a replacement for Oki without having just Oki. And we just fought them, let's just take them out and have you fight Orochi again instead. However, I feel like they could have just cut Oki out of that fight and made it so you just knocked them down instead of needing to fire Oki at them. That would have taken something out of the fight, certainly, and would have been as great of a fight in my opinion. Well, even then, that's a very small thing to take out, so ultimately it wouldn't really matter that much, but still, I would have preferred it to Orochi, because Orochi is a much longer fight, and it's... Again, I prefer the Lechku Nechku fight. And we fought Orochi 3 times now, and we fought the Spider Queen 5 times. Like, that's a lot. Okami reuses bosses a lot. To be fair, if you're not doing all the side quests, you only fight the Spider Queen twice. Okay, it's an easy fight, whatever. Orochi 3 times, story required. Can't really get behind that. But still, it's a boss rush, and Orochi's a very important fight, and I guess it just wouldn't feel right if he wasn't here, so... I don't know. Maybe they could have made it easier, like the heads have less health. I mean, to be fair, you have the super weapons now, the best 3 weapons in the game, so... he's easier, but still, it takes a while. But anyway, yeah, you're just fighting the bosses again. So, characters. Let me talk about these real quick. I love every character in Okami, and I love that every character has at least a small purpose, whether it be through flavor text, giving you praise, or being story important. For those wondering, my favorite 3 characters in the game are Susanoo, Oki, and Wakka. Susanoo was my favorite character in my first playthrough until I met Oki and went through his whole story arc, whatever you want to call it, story thing, until the end of the Waku Shrine, let's just say. And then he was my favorite character for a number of my playthroughs. At some point, Wakka became my favorite character. It might have been during this LP somewhat, and it was just always in the back of my head, I don't know. But I love Wakka. He's my favorite character in Okami, and you'll see why eventually. Well, we only have this part and the next part left, so, you know, you'll see one of those 2 parts. But yeah. But I love that every character has a purpose through side quests. And to say that, I mean, the praise system, But yeah, I love that level up system where you have to actually do side quests to power up yourself properly. And also, I just did a charged sub-glaive on the little old lady that was running away. She deserved it. But yeah, I love that you actually have to do side quests to power yourself up. It makes this world feel a lot more alive and makes the people in this world really matter to you and make Nippon something you actually care about, which a lot of games don't do. But this is about the end of the whole boss rush thing, so I will see you for the good old story exposition. We've not had enough of that in Okami, but still, it's a really good story. Let's get to that. Goodness, if I'm not mistaken, you're from our home, the Celestial Plane. It's you, Okami Materasu. Who would have thought we would meet again after all this time? All my waiting under the dark, cold ice has paid off. We Celestials may have lost our physical form, but our spirits live on and are with you for all eternity. We were heartbroken after our battle on the Celestial Plane, when you fell to this world with that monster. We managed to escape before it happened, but little did we know the tragedy that was about to befall us. After we ran away from the battle, we boarded the Ark of Yamato hoping to get away. But not long after we set sail, countless monsters appeared from the depths of the Ark. Having nowhere to run, all of us were devoured by the monsters. This Ark, which was built by the lunar civilization, turned out to be a cargo ship designed to transport thousands of monsters. Not long after setting sail, the Ark lost its rudder and plummeted down to this world. The Celestials on board, each and every one of us, were slain. I don't know why the Moon Tribe built such a thing, but when the Ark fell to this world and brought such tragedy, well, it was nothing short of a disaster. Okami Materasu. It seems that the Ark has begun to move again after all this time, but this place is like a nest of dark beings. Please take care not to be sucked into the darkness. Okami Materasu. It seems one of the dark beings has disappeared. If only all the evil power would leave our midst, then I'm sure the Ark would return to the Celestial Plane. I was ready for immortality, but now it seems the time has come for my spirit to take leave. It's brought joy to my heart to have met you before I depart. I hope that you will return to the Celestial Plane, Amaterasu, and that you will bring light to this world once more. It's you, Okami Amaterasu. I did wonder when the Ark began to move. Lo and behold, it's the guardian of our home, the Celestial Plane. Why did such tragedy befall us? This Ark was built by the lunar civilization as a rescue boat. It had been enshrined in the Celestial Plane for many years. We believed it would be safe. In order to ensure our future existence, we fled to the Ark when the monster attacked us. How could we have known this Ark would become our coffin? I don't know. Maybe it was our destiny. Perhaps it was all decided from the start. That monster, Orochi, who attacked the Celestial Plane, had suddenly come flying across the sea of stars. And after destroying our people and our homeland, it went on to cause pain and suffering in this world. Perhaps it was all preordained by the Moon Tribe. Okami Amaterasu, I sense the presence of someone here on the Ark. Could it be that man from the Moon Tribe? I can feel his pain somewhere deep down inside the Ark. Amaterasu, you must save him without a moment's delay. You must stop the seeds of tragedy from being sown. In order for the evil in this world to be exorcised, the Sun God, Amaterasu, must return to the Celestial Plane. I pray that you will watch over the world from the heavens, and that you will bestow peace upon us all. I've been waiting for you, Okami Materasu. My fleeting spirit will disappear at any moment. I'm glad I was able to hold on long enough to meet with you. Long, long ago, you and Orochi fell together to this world. Then you waited for the Chosen One to put an end to Orochi's life. You waited patiently for countless moons, until finally, the Chosen One, Nagi, was born. Together, you sent the monster of the moon to its fate. You didn't realize it, but that was just one ripple in the wave of darkness. It's exactly 100 years since the legend of Nagi. The monster was quietly recovering its strength for all those years until it used Nagi's descendant, Susanoo, to complete its revival. And once again, it tried to destroy this world. When you defeated it, the next stage of its plan began. It cursed the land with its evil power, and the world was soon overrun with monsters from the Ark. Orochi's evil essence was more than enough to power them all. The smoldering powers of darkness exploded throughout Nippon, and the world was thrown into a storm of chaos never seen before. After that, well, you saw with your own eyes. The evil powers that left those monsters you defeated have all gathered here in the Ark of Yamato. Exorcism of the roots of evil is a daunting task. You must keep your eyes open for what's in the center of it all. Okami Amaterasu. It has begun at long last. The waves of darkness have finally begun to roll. All this power, I cannot hold on much longer. Amaterasu, there is one final thing I must tell you. The man of the moon trap with the golden hair. I want you to tell him something. The Celestials will never forget how he fought alongside you when Orochi attacked. We are forever grateful. All the evil aboard the Ark of Yamato has been defeated, and we know exactly what happened to the Celestials here. And that there was one of the Moon Tribe who fought alongside them, and now seems to be aboard the Ark again. With all that said, it's been quite the adventure, and I hope you see now why I enjoy this game so much and why it's so special to me. And I really hope I've enticed some of you to go out and get the game yourselves and give it a shot. But, next time guys, we face off against the ruler of darkness, and restore light and nature to all of Nippon. See you guys then.